Welcome everyone. Today we are going to talk about one of the most incredible discoveries in modern numismatics, the 2007 D1 cent coin that shocked collectors and experts alike with its jaw-dropping value of $12 million. A coin that proves how the tiniest minting error can turn a seemingly ordinary penny into a treasure beyond imagination. So sit back, relax, and let's journey through the mysterious world of minting mistakes, hidden details, and a history that made this coin such a spectacular rarity that continues to baffle even the most experienced collectors. The story begins with the United States Mint in Denver, Colorado, back in 2007, when billions of Lincoln cents were produced under the modern composition introduced in 1982, consisting of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. A combination designed to save costs while maintaining the familiar appearance of the beloved penny that has featured Abraham Lincoln's profile since 1909. But in the vast and complex machinery of the mint, where precision is everything and yet human and mechanical imperfections can lead to unexpected results, something extraordinary occurred, giving birth to a coin that would later be hailed as one of the most valuable error coins ever discovered. The 2007 D1 cent valued at $12 million is believed to have originated from a unique set of errors that perfectly converged to create a numismatic masterpiece. Errors so unusual and so layered that experts have debated for years whether it was a mechanical anomaly, a striking misalignment, or even a deliberate experimental test that was never meant to circulate. The coin first drew attention when a collector in Colorado discovered it in a roll of uncirculated cents purchased from a local bank. At first glance, it seemed normal, but upon closer inspection, the sharp-eyed collector noticed subtle irregularities. The texture of the surface was uneven, parts of the design looked doubled, and the edges had an unusual beveled shape, suggesting multiple striking attempts or planchet irregularities. When magnified under proper lighting, the portrait of Lincoln on the obverse displayed what experts describe as a multi-layered doubling, where the nose, lips, and jawline appear to have shifted slightly in different directions, unlike any known double die from that year. This peculiar error, combined with microscopic streaks of misplaced copper plating, hinted that something had gone wrong in the plating or striking stage. But what truly set this coin apart was the composition. Tests revealed that its weight was slightly heavier than standard 2007 cents, measuring about 3.15 grams instead of the usual 2.5, suggesting that this piece may have been struck on a leftover bronze planchet from 1982, or perhaps a special experimental metal blank that was accidentally fed into the coining press. The idea that a leftover bronze planchet could have survived 25 years in the minting system and been struck with a 2007 D-die sounds impossible, but such improbable events have occurred before, and it is precisely these improbable circumstances that make error coins so captivating. The reverse side of the coin told an equally fascinating story. The Lincoln Memorial design showed ghost-like doubling across the columns, especially noticeable around the steps and the statue of Lincoln inside the memorial. Some experts believe this could be the result of a misaligned die strike or a hub doubling, where the master die itself was imperfect, transmitting that imperfection to every coin struck. What's more, traces of die cracks, tiny raised lines caused by stress fractures in the die, ran diagonally across the field near the E pluribus unum inscription, adding another layer of distinctiveness. When all these factors combined, the unusual weight, the striking errors, the doubling, and the plating inconsistencies, they created a perfect storm of numismatic rarity that elevated this 2007 D1 cent far beyond any ordinary mint error. After being authenticated and graded by a leading grading service, this coin achieved one of the highest rarity ratings ever given to a modern penny, classified as a unique specimen with multiple concurrent minting anomalies. What's remarkable is not only the physical characteristics of the coin, but also the story it tells about the evolution of minting technology and how even in an age of precision machinery, perfection remains elusive. Collectors often say that every coin has a story, but this one tells several stories at once. Of the transition between metals, the limitations of mint quality control, and the enduring human fascination with mistakes that become treasures. When the coin was first presented at auction, no one could have anticipated the frenzy it would cause. Bidders from around the world, including museums, private collectors, and investors, competed to own this mysterious piece of history. And as the hammer fell, the final bid stunned everyone: $12 million for a single 1-cent coin. Some skeptics questioned whether any penny could possibly justify such a price. But those who understand numismatics know that value often transcends face or metal content. It lies in the uniqueness, the story, and the demand. This coin represented a once-in-a-lifetime convergence of rarity, error, and legend, and that's what drives its astronomical worth. To understand why this 2007 D1 cent is so valuable, we have to look deeper into the world of mint errors, where every misstep in the production process can lead to variations that collectors crave. There are different types of errors: planchet errors, die errors, and striking errors. And the 2007 D12 $1 million coin seems to exhibit characteristics of all three. A planchet error occurs when the blank metal disc used to make the coin is flawed, either in composition, shape, or surface. This could happen if an incorrect metal blank from a different denomination or year was accidentally used, or if the blank was improperly plated, leading to uneven surfaces. In this coin's case, the heavier weight and metallic inconsistencies suggest a possible leftover bronze planchet. Die errors occur when the die, the engraved stamp used to press the design onto the coin, is damaged or misaligned. The doubling seen on the obverse and reverse could point to a die that shifted slightly during the striking process or a hub that was improperly prepared. Finally, striking errors happen during the actual minting. If the pressure is uneven, the coin can appear off-center, stretched, or weakly struck. This coin's unusual edge, bevel, and depth variations could indicate a double or even triple strike, where the coin was struck multiple times slightly out of alignment. Each of these errors alone would make a coin interesting, but all of them together in one coin? That's beyond rare. That's nearly impossible. Over time, as more experts examined the coin, theories about its origin evolved. Some speculated it might have been part of an experimental run at the Denver Mint, testing new striking pressures or die alignments before regular production began, and somehow, one of those test strikes ended up in circulation. Others proposed it was an accidental hybrid, a coin struck using leftover materials and mismatched dies, creating a hybrid between old and new production standards. A few even wondered if it was intentionally made by a mint worker who recognized the uniqueness of the situation and preserved it, knowing it could one day become legendary. Whatever the truth, the mystique only adds to its appeal. Collectors are drawn to mystery, and this coin has plenty of it. What also makes it captivating is how it reflects the unpredictable nature of value itself. Something that costs less than a cent to produce, something we handle without a thought every day, suddenly becomes worth more than luxury cars, houses, or even small islands. It's a reminder that history and chance can create value out of the ordinary. The $12 million valuation isn't just based on material rarity, but on collector psychology, on the thrill of owning something no one else in the world possesses. This 2007 D-cent became a status symbol in numismatic circles, discussed at conventions, studied in coin journals, and featured in documentaries about modern minting mysteries. Even the faintest imperfections, the hairline die crack near the date, the microscopic doubling on the Liberty inscription, and the ghostly shadow around Lincoln's coat, became points of fascination, analyzed frame by frame under microscopes by enthusiasts.